Hello, we're back with another episode. We're back with another episode of Britt Says S2. And as you can see, my scenery looks a little different. Some of you listen instead of watch. And if you listen instead of watch, my background is very different because I am in LA. I came to LA for BeautyCon LA, and just to catch the sights, catch a vacation. And if you want to see how that trip went, you could click the description box below and check out Eggs in Between Seasons, where we just watched the journey of Britt Says season 2. So you can see how my trip to LA was. You can see everything that went down in LA. Yeah, we had a rough trip. Our flight was delayed 7 hours, and they didn't even tell us beforehand. It was just really frustrating, but you know what? I'm just so grateful that I made it here. You can't change the past, but it is what it is. Like, whatever happens, happens. You feel me? Yes, I came with my friends Keisha and Aisha. They'll be here shortly. They doing their own thing. And yeah, I was like, I might as well do a podcast episode in LA. And that's really pretty much it. I'm excited. Like I said, if you want to see what happens in my LA adventures, how was my trip, go check out the link. I have the playlist to In Between Seasons. Wait, is my phone ringing? Fine, I'll have the wine. Guess I'm having company. All right, so I have company with me in LA. We are here today. I have Coco from Kickin with Coco, and I'm gonna let her say her thing, do her thing.
What's going on, everybody? This is Coco from the Kickin with Coko podcast. You can follow me at neosoulcoko. That's Instagram and Twitter.
Yes, her podcast is really, really good.
Thank you.
Really real, really authentic. That's all I love with my podcast is authenticity. So I was like, let me find out what's going on in LA. Let me find some LA podcasters, see what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I brought her on an episode today. It's called Pineapples. So lately we've been talking about college, we've been talking about this, we've been talking about side chicks all season. So now we're going to talk about some things about relationships and things, that we would or would not tolerate in our relationship. Mm-hmm. So before every topic, we like to expand our minds and expand your mind, expand your mind, expand your mind. In an article titled, Can a Threesome Ruin Your Relationship? Written by Lindsay Tigger, states, a threesome has the potential of ruining your relationship, especially if you and your partner have not had experience with these types of intimate interactions. The threesome will be a devastating experience instead of enlightening and hyper-erotic experience, he explains. You and your partner need to intimate knowledge of connection and energetic awareness before dabbling in the threesome. Foursome or moresome. Jealousy, personal insecurities, and other intricacies must be well understood and communicated prior to adding another player to the team. So
I agree with that.
Yeah, I think with dabbling in the bedroom or doing anything really, this episode is more about like physical. Like I think we talk a lot about the mental of a relationship, but even the physical, like how can we make sure we're not doing things we don't feel comfortable with. And I know people who have done threesomes, or there's a lot of women. Somebody said that on the Breakfast Club. I can't remember. It was a guest who went up there. It was a pastor or something. He came up there. He was like, I know a lot of females who do stuff for their partner and they have big regrets later on. Like, why would I do something like that? Mm-hmm. Like a lot of people, like it's all about kind of like maybe like knowing yourself
and like knowing, like just having that respect for your partner. Mm-hmm. So like if you're into threesomes and I'm like, no, I ain't really into that, then I feel like that conversation should be had off rip. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like like, as soon as we start having sex, like, what's up? So, like, with you, is threesomes your thing? You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to add somebody to this, what's up? And if I say, no, I'm straight, me personally, I'm cool with it. But if somebody that's not, you know what I'm saying, they like, no, I'm straight on that, I don't want to do it. Then if it means that much to you that you have to have a threesome, you should probably let that person go. Like,
true. All right. So sometimes people they kind of wait long, before, like not too long. Maybe to some people, a week or a month is long to wait to have sex. So you have sex with a person, you really enjoy the sex, you really enjoy the relationship, you really have a great, amazing connection with this person, and then they bring up a threesome, and you like, oh goddamn, that's what I'm interested in, and it's like, how do you adjust to that?
I mean, it just depends on how they bring it up. Now, because I like to have those conversations like mad early. Because I mean, I think when people listen to my podcast anyway, like they kind of get a sense of like how I am and stuff like that. So those conversations just happen. So I'm like, you know, have you ever had a threesome before? Are you into that type of thing? And I think once you had those conversations, and it don't have to be like, oh, we gonna have a threesome. No, it's just like me getting to know you. Like, oh, what you into? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like having those conversations and getting to know like what your partner like sexually is important as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like early on, like even before we have sex though. You know what I'm saying? I want to know like what you into. Like you want to tie me up? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like what you into rough or what's up? So having those conversations mad early is like important.
It's like key. I think what it is too is that some people like everybody has their thing and those things, but they kind of like scared to like bring it up because they don't know how like that person is actually going to react. And people don't like rejection. Yeah, like you got her, or you got him. But then when you start saying who you really are, what you like, you kind of fear that rejection.
See, that's why you gotta make people feel comfortable too, talking about it. For real. Like when it comes to sex, I'm very open about it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are prude as hell. You know what I'm saying? Even guys, like they be like, I don't want to talk about what I like. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They like a finger up the ass or something like that. But they're not gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no, you just gotta make them feel comfortable. And once a person is comfortable enough to be like, well, I like this, I like that, you know what I'm saying? Then that's when you get the real them, and then you can be like, oh no, you too freaky for me, or you know, or you're not freaky enough.
So that's a big question too. Like, it's really guys out here that like ass play, right? I mean, some people say that just because a guy likes to get his booty played with is gay, but I mean, the booty is technically a pleasure point. That it is a pleasure point. Some people enjoy that type of interaction. Is that something that would be like, I'm done with him? Like, if he ever was to bring some shit like that up, like, is it like it's clear, it's done? I'm not doing it.
For me personally, I haven't like done any ass play. But the thing is, for me, I don't like my ass play with. Okay. Like, I do not like a thumb in the butt is like the first, like, not like my ass eating. You know what I'm saying? But not even like, not all the time either though, because I had a guy do that shit all the time. I'm like, okay, I'm bored with this now. Like,
oh, he do it all the time?
He was doing it all the time. Girl, I mean, for me, Aries, nasty. Nasty.
I know Aries females, not guys. I mean, the eating ass thing is okay, but when you in that position, it do make you feel awkward the first time. But if you have somebody doing it all the time, you probably eventually got used to that shit.
Because it's like, okay, you're supposed to go from like pussy to ass, but it's like once you eat my ass or whatever, it's like, don't go back to my pussy. I don't know. It's just weird. It just got really weird. And I was like, I don't like
and there's stuff like that people don't really really think about.
Yeah, because he thought I liked it. Because I mean, the first time he did it, I was like, look at you. Look, you look freak. But then it was like, okay, I'm bored with this nigga. Just do it on my birthday or holidays. Like, I don't need it all the time.
It's not an all the time thing. But he really into that.
He was really into it. And I'm just like, I wasn't. And then like, I'm good with like a thumb in the butt. Cool. You know, you can do that. But like, putting your whole penis in my ass, no, I'm good. So I don't ever want to like do that to a guy. Like, do the pegging shit. I'm not.
Okay, that's something I was gonna
bring up too. I'm not eating your ass. No, the farthest I go is like the little gooch area. I may hit the gooch.
What? I'm gonna be honest. I really don't know what that is. I heard somebody talking about that on the other podcast.
So it's like, okay, so like right after the balls, it's like this little space between like the balls and the ass, the asshole. Like that little part, I might, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I haven't done it yet, so I don't know. But I don't see me eating ass. Like, why would I eat your ass, sir?
Men, I just don't trust men feet and they booty. Like, like no, I feel like no matter how much they bathe, they just give me like unclean energy. Like when it comes to certain areas
that I thought like was clean enough, like that I would probably do something like that with or whatever. But I like niggas that take baths. Like if you don't take a bath, you can fuck up. Like no, soak your balls, bro. Like soak your balls. Like I don't like that shit. So yeah,
but like
I can't do it.
What if like randomly, like you know how let's say you're in a relationship with somebody for dumb long, you're in a relationship with somebody for mad long, and we all change through seasons, especially when you want to keep the relationship mad spicy.
Yeah,
and you just like one day he might wake up and be like, you know what? I saw some stuff and I'm interested.
What you been watching?
And they really like, and I could see that too. You know why I could see that? Because the thing with people is that when they kind of like dating you for a long time, they get mad comfortable with you. They don't. They'll tell you anything. They'll tell you their deepest, darkest secrets.
I love that though.
And so that might be a deep, dark secret. Like they might want to try some thing.
Talk about it. It just depends on how far. Like what like how far you mean? Like what? Like what you want me to do? Like. Like stick a dildo in your ass, like, cause I just feel like that's the most I can do.
You would stick it, but you wouldn't put it on. Yeah, I wouldn't put nothing on.
I don't know. Strap on with my nigga. Oh my god, I don't know.
I don't think I could go that far. I feel like now you really like you playing with my spirit. Like
because and it's so funny. Like my first like real boyfriend, I used to joke with him all the time, like, cause he bought me a dildo, and I was like, let me do it, like you know what I'm saying. But I was just joking. I would never. I was playing with him like,
you cannot play with people like.
I was so young though. I was like, this was like teenage years or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like early 20s maybe. But yeah, I used to joke around or whatever. He's like, girl, get the fuck out. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like now, I can't even imagine like what if people said yeah one day. I'm like, I'm not about that life. Like I can't I can't. I don't even like to play with niggas like that. I don't know.
I think it could be a make or break. Like what I was saying, I was listening to the Breakfast Club again, and a woman had called, and she was like, it was something. I promise you, I think she said she didn't want to give him head, and she gave her husband the okay to go get it somewhere else.
Oh, we're not about to play them games.
Like, is it that? Like, but you see, like, is that a? Huh?
Cause she didn't want to like give him head at all.
Yeah, like she just was over it. Like I mean, for me, I know that it's been months, 2 months. I ain't interested in doing that, but like forever, for the rest of your relationship, the rest of your marriage, you said I'm not doing that anymore. That's not something I am interested any longer.
Oh, you don't want your nigga no more.
But so is that like you married to somebody 15 years? Do you think it's okay for the man to leave her over something like that?
Yes.
I don't even know.
I'm dead.
I mean, he can still do penetration. He can do everything else he's into. It's just not that.
Suck my dick too. Like, what you mean?
So it's a cap.
So
you feel like it's appropriate for this?
No, like okay. So if you're married, right, and your nigga like, no, I don't want to eat your pussy no more. I'm done eating pussy. Never again. Like, what made you come to that? What happened?
Yeah,
let's talk about
I think also too, it does need to be a conversation.
Yeah, because like, what happened
after that, and we need to understand what happened. Did something happen?
You know what I'm saying? Like, is it me? Like, what happened? Like, let's have that conversation. Maybe but if you can't give me a reasonable answer, and if I see you serious, if it went like we didn't went like 6 months and you have not touched my pussy with your tongue, I'm gonna have to leave. I'm gonna have time for this. Cause I know which one
you gonna divorce him? You gonna be like,
I gotta go.
We're filing for a divorce.
No, cause I can find a whole new husband. I don't got time for this.
Are you serious? I don't believe you.
Cause it's like what? Like if he give me the okay, now if he give me the okay to be like, okay, go get some head from somewhere else. But it's like, do I even want to do that? Like no, like I would just be so hurt. That's sad.
She said that is so sad. I can't believe you would do something like that.
Like that's heartbreaking. That's telling me like you don't want to have that's a part of sex. So you just want to give me dick. Like okay, cool.
So can sex? Because a lot of people say that what could break a marriage or relationship is money, cheating, the basics, too much argument. Sex is key.
Sex is key. Sex is
it can end a relationship.
Like, I can't really say a percentage because it varies throughout the relationship, but it's a huge part Like, I feel like in the beginning of a relationship, it's really like 50% of the relationship. Sex.
What's a big part of a relationship to me in the beginning?
In the beginning,
because you're not really just playing. Y'all both just really playing around, and then all of a sudden y'all start feeling each other like on a real like connection, and then you start feeling like, okay, I want to build with this person. Mm-hmm. So now you might break down sex a little more once you establish you like it. So I can respect that. Yeah. I can respect that notion.
But it's like in that first, I'll say 3 months maybe. It's like, all right, it's sex. Then it's like 50%. Then you got communication and all this other bullshit. But then it's like, you know, like you said, like when you get further in a relationship, then the sex becomes less important and it's more about, you know, building and, you know, communication and all the things. Like if y'all see a future with each other, all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, but in the beginning, it's important.
You know what? That's a funny topic. It's a funny situation that you bring that up because I feel like a lot of, especially females, because it really is a double standard. Mm-hmm. We kind of try to wait to have sex within what that 3 month or what the probationary period is 6 months.
No, ma'am.
And it's like you like when you bring up these type of topics like that we're talking about, those are things that play a key factor. If you're somebody who genuinely cares about sex, you enjoy sex, if you're really about that life, it is something that needs to be brought to attention, brought to the table in the beginning. And I feel like with females and males, like they try, like if a guy has sex on the first date, it's not like, oh, he has sex on the first date. Mm-hmm. If a girl do it, it's a big problem. But look, now 3 months down the line, you running into an issue where he's saying he don't want to eat you out no more. Now you mad.
See what I'm saying?
Because you ain't get it the first week.
Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, I only fucked on the first date once. You know what I'm saying? And I really, like, we would have been in a relationship if he was like, weird. He was an Aries, annoying as fuck. I can't. But
Aries,
girl, and I wish they like stay away from me, y'all.
April, what was it? Early April,
yes.
And then
just
late May.
Like late.
Wait,
is it
early April or late April, May?
Late March, early April. Yeah, girl, I cannot like. Whatever. but yeah, like I only had sex on the first date once, and it wasn't a bad thing. Like we kept fucking, you know what I'm saying? After that or whatever, we would have had a relationship, but I wasn't into it. But the dick was good. But when it comes to like having sex, I just go off a vibe. I don't go off the time. Like if I want to have sex with you today, tomorrow, like I'm just gonna do it. I don't really care about like we known them for 3 days. I mean, okay, 3 days is a little early. Let me not say that.
Yeah, 3 days is a little early. I mean, it could be a vibe thing because you could really meet someone or it's just be weird. Like
it's a vibe thing.
You can have a really mental attraction to a guy. You can really have a really sexual attraction to a guy. Have you ever like dated someone and you just really, really wanted to like have sex with them? Like if you didn't know why, but then you really met someone and you really had a mental connection with them. Like when you would leave them, you'd be like, "Yo, we be having the best conversation."
Yes,
like it really is two different types of energies when you meet people.
Yeah,
and I really respect that. Like it's sometimes you just know. That's why I get what you mean. Like it's an energy type of thing.
Yeah, like if our vibe is good, we have a good conversation, and like panties and clothes just start coming off. I don't know what's going on. They're just like so it happens though. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that should be looked at. And I know like that's a thing. Like immature ass niggas be like, oh, she a hoe because I smashed first night. Mm-hmm. Ain't that what, like, but we were vibing, my nigga, like, wasn't that the...
Even some people get mad the first week, well, not mad, but they try to judge you the first week, you know the first month.
I don't know, because even with that situation, he was like, look, I'm not looking at you away. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I normally don't be hit girls on the first day either, but our vibe was so good, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, it really was. So... in those type of situations, I'm not saying every nigga you meet, you know what I'm saying, smash on the first day, but I mean, if it's there, you know what I'm saying? And also, in that 3 month shit, why am I waiting 3 months to fuck you? That's a long at 3 months, nigga. I probably won't even like you in 3 months.
Sometimes you do get to build with somebody. Sometimes you do be making friends with somebody in 3 months because you could smash a guy and then within 3 months he's mad annoying.
That's what I'm saying.
Then it's a pro and a con though.
Niggas barely last 3 months.
That's a pro and a con though to that though. Because now you done smashed him and then now on month 3, you like, honestly, I'm not even really feeling you. Like, you need to go. You need to go. Now you got a body.
And I mean, listen, as much as I hate collecting bodies, you have to though. Like you listen, you have to kiss a million frogs until you meet your prince. You know what I'm saying? So hey, if something made me like you, you know what I'm saying, to where I gave you the pussy a little early, you know what I'm saying, then down the line, because that's when niggas also show their true colors after they get pussy. So I'd rather I see that within the first month than, you know, wait 3 months, give you the pussy, now you acting weird, or now you acting mad clingy, or now you know what I'm saying, something different. You know what I'm saying?
That's
you wasn't the same person you were a month ago. You know what I'm saying?
And then I really, some, not all, can be manipulative too. Like they'll really wait for them 3 months. Like, let me just play nice.
Yeah.
Let me play nice.
And then
I
don't hear from you. Hello, I'm texting you, ain't texting. Like, really? For pussy, nigga? Like, you really waited through? I think any nigga that really wait, like, if you don't really have the intentions on, like, dating me and getting to know me and really fucking with me for real, if you really wait that 3 months just to get pussy and then leave, you a corny ass nigga for that. That's some corny ass shit.
Yeah, that is kind of corny.
Like, really, nigga?
That's 3 months is valuable time.
That's
like,
what I'm
if you ain't have no intent on doing anything,
you
really sat up here, went on dates with me, conversated with
just
me,
to be like,
just to have sex one time.
You a bum ass nigga. Fuck you. Like,
yeah,
I
was like, not really out here still doing that.
I don't know.
It's a market for that?
Niggas is corny. So.
No, they really are. It's a lot of cornballs and a lot of sick people out here.
Like, for real.
They be getting so hurt, damaged by other females that they feel like they got to get back
and
at,
it's like, nigga, I'm not
all women.
I'm cool as hell. She was
They be so hurt and
niggas be hurt.
Dragging it.
Niggas be hurt.
That is terrible.
You think women are bitter? Niggas be bitter. Like,
no, that's a fact.
Niggas be hurt. And I be like, what's the matter?
There's
Let's talk about the king. Like,
right. There's a quote for bitter ass females. They are really bitter ass males.
Yes.
You are so right.
Yes.
There are men that really be out here just dogging women for the love.
And it's like,
for the love.
And that's why I love, like, I'm that girl. Like, my friends used to always, like, make jokes and shit about me or whatever. But I'm that girl, like, I will talk to a nigga and really get to know, because I want to know, who hurt you? What happened? Why you hurt? Why you have trust issues? What's going on? Like, for real, because I
so you meet them and then you just like do straight up interviews, straight
basically,
up podcast.
Yeah, because I really be want to know, like, what's
do they
wrong?
open up to you though?
Most of them do, because a lot of things is like, a lot of women don't really be talking to these niggas. Like,
no, they don't.
You know what I'm saying? It's all about like, let's go on cute dates. What you got for me? You got the money, da da da. Like, bitches always talk about them, but they don't really get to know the nigga. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I like to know, like, what type of guy you are and all that type of shit. And I really like I be getting into family issues, all type of shit. I just want to know you. You know what I'm saying? And that determines whether I'm gonna fuck with you or not.
It's kind of, I mean, it's hard to meet a guy that would be that open though. Like, how, like, do you flow it into the conversation?
Oh, absolutely. I don't just go in like, so, how's your mother and father? How's their relationship? Like, I don't do it like that, but, you know, I kind of like open up about myself somewhat, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of flows with the conversation, you know what I'm saying? Because we can start off talking about whatever, and I just literally, like, I don't know, it's all about the transition, I guess. Like, how we just get into it or whatever.
It was kind of good to, like, I mean, for me, it's really not always. There's the guys that wear their heart on the sleeve, and it's the ones that really just like, ain't nothing never happened to me. I'm good. I've been good all my life.
Yeah. But even with that, it's like, so really you have? Like, I be on some real therapy type shit. Like, so why you think you don't need nobody? Like, did you not have anybody? Or
please stop.
I swear to God. Niggas be like, well, so I live with my grandma, right? Like, okay, let's talk about it, kid. Like, because I really be want to know. And, like, if I see some shit, like, if I see, like, niggas be having mommy issues and all that type of shit, I don't have time. Devil one, don't have time. Because they'll really take that shit out on you.
No, I don't trust, I always say, I don't know, my mommy issues is a different thing, but I don't trust no guy that don't like his mother. If you date a guy who don't love his mother, I really don't.
Girl,
chances are it's a thunderstorm ready to happen.
Exactly.
It's a thunderstorm.
Take all that shit. You do one thing.
Thunderstorm.
You do one thing, then they gonna take all that shit. Like, I ain't had nothing to do with you. What, nigga? Just because I ain't text you back, like,
that's gonna be a psychopathic man.
Yes.
So those things are kind of, because men are so built to like always hold everything in.
Yeah.
And this is the problem too. And then y'all really need to really get into a therapist or something. It's really hard to really get into those nooks and crannies.
Yes, yeah.
And stuff like that. Because you end up falling in love with this nutty man. And that's what love is about, is embracing your partner in every, situation, no matter what, the good, the bad, the ugly. But it's like, I feel like we could have so much better relationships, dating lives, marriages if people really, immediately touch base with all their problems at hand and just open up.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Why
it
not?
Would definitely be better.
It would be way better. And even opening up about what you said, like, I have mommy issues, all that relates to, like, they don't want to open up about having mommy issues. They don't want to open up about, like, an ass play. You don't ever want to open up, now I'm in love with your ass.
Exactly.
And you telling me all this crazy ass stuff.
And I don't know. And I feel like that has a lot to do with, like, cheating and shit. Because it's like, you know him, but you only know surface shit about him. You don't really know him. So you don't know, like, he can't just be with one woman. He's not going to tell you, like, yeah, I'm a serial cheater. He's not going to tell you that. But, like, if you get to know him for real, whatever, and ask about old relationships, ask about all that type of shit, you'll see, like, oh, there's a pattern with this nigga, like...
Yeah, facts. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this nigga...
And honestly, sometimes the guy may not know. Sometimes that they got issues. They definitely won't know. Like,
they'll just think it's normal shit.
Or they won't even realize, like, yo, you notice that every relationship you've been in, you just be cheating on the girl? Why?
Exactly.
And they be like, oh, I'm a cheater.
Or as soon as shit gets serious, you want to, like, stray away.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying? Like, it be little clues. It be little shit that you got to watch out for. And once you, like, bring it to their attention, it's up to them to, like, make that change. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't change it, nigga, I'm not about to sit here and be a therapist. No, fuck on.
I wonder how you could, like, it's dumb. Everybody's just gotta, like,
I feel like it's more common now for people to, like, open up, and therapy is, being talked about a lot more now. So I think it's people doing the work, but you got some guys that's still stuck in that, like, it's not me, it's female. These females ain't shit. It ain't me. Like, boy.
Right. And sometimes there's a lot of females out here that are wild, immature too. Absolutely. As soon as your guy open up to them, they be like, yo, you acting like a pussy. Or why you really mad because your mother didn't do something for you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shame.
Man up. Like, and those be the context clues. Like, they might go meet the family, and then your boyfriend, your husband bring up some weird shit. His mother, yo, my mother, she made me my plate after she made my uncle my plate. I'm telling you, she don't really pay me no mind. I be peeping game shit. And then you will be like, because you're a female, and we even though we try to portray, like, this image that we want men to stop this toxic masculinity, we don't even be peeping game to a lot of the stuff we do. So when he bring it up, we be like, you really mad right now because your mother made you your plate after your uncle?
Like, chill out.
And you really like entertaining that type of energy that he's giving. Now he feel like he can't open up to you. Like, he needs to know when to stop playing. Like, like little stuff like that. That could be funny. That could be a joke. Like, so you tired because your mother made you your plate third. You wanted to be after your father, and you came around. You about to cry.
But see, that's the thing though. We can't judge people. We can't, like, shame people for you know what I'm saying, because it could be some real shit. Like, people kill themselves, kill other people because of deep issues. You know what I'm saying? That can be as small as, oh, my mama didn't hug me when I was little, or you know what I'm saying? So
we need to pay attention to that.
But once I see it, if I don't really see myself fucking with you for real, I'm like, all right, bro, it's just fun. And I'll still be your friend or whatever, but as far as a relationship, I don't have time. Like, I can't. I don't got, no. I can't do it.
It's like, when like, when it's like, you really ain't.
Cause, like, I'm grown now. Like, when I was a young buck, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be 30 on the 30th. So, like, now I know. Like, now I see shit. Now it's easy for me to just pick up little shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. But, like, when I was younger, I used to entertain all types of bullshit. I'm telling you, I've had mama's boys, niggas with mama issues, or niggas with just trust issues in general. Any type of guy with any type of issue had it, dated it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's easy for me to see that now.
It's easy for you to gain certain stuff. Yeah, you can't. After a while, the shit gets annoying. Like, I can't believe we got our own baggage,
girl.
Like, I can't be entertaining you. Yeah, but you gotta still, like, grow and if I see you doing the work, then cool. I'll work with you.
You know what I'm saying? If I see that you're trying, you know, if you opening up and you're talking about stuff, because that's like the first step, you know what I'm saying? Opening up, talking about shit, and being able to accept criticism. If I tell you something, you know, you're not looking at me like, oh girl, fuck you don't know my life. No, be, you know, open to it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, okay, cool, I can work with you if you're working on yourself. But if you don't want to hear shit, you think you perfect, boy, fuck you. I'm good. Right. Take you on your little dick. I'm straight because I don't have time. Like, and I feel like there's so many other guys out here that are actually doing the work and like working on themselves and want to be better for you and themselves. So it's like, let me give me one of them.
How you know that, like, when you say doing the work, do you mean like they have to, you should see them going to therapy? You should see them.
No, not necessarily therapy. Like, I mean, depending on, I mean, I feel like everybody should go to therapy, but everybody not there yet. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like, even if he's not going to therapy, just like I said, like communicating and like, you know, being like admitting like, damn, that shit was fucked up what I did, or how I used to feel, or how I used to act when I was younger. Damn, that shit was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like looking back on things and being like, yeah, I used to be wilding, but I ain't like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Just acknowledging certain stuff is like, okay, like he's growing up because he's seeing the error of his old ways. You know what I'm saying? But if you still out here talking about something where the hoes at, like you still in that young boy mind frame, and like you ain't ready yet. You ain't ready for me yet.
And even little things too, like if you do some crazy stuff, and I'm like, I didn't like when you did that, and then it'd be the people like, but why? Like it wasn't even that serious. Exactly. Those are people you gotta let go. Exactly. Because if I'm telling you, those are the type of people that really start to really irritate the fuck out of me.
Yes. Because if I'm telling you this affected me, this hurt me, and you like, oh, whatever, or why? What happened? What I do? What you mean? What you mean? Oh, don't be.
You always get mad about something.
Exactly. Like, but I'm telling you, oh, don't even worry about it, King. I got you. Because I don't have time, especially if I'm saying, because this takes a lot for me to even be like, look, this, I don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. And it's like, if you not open to it, if you want to have a conversation about it to see how we can make this good for both of us, boy, fuck you.
Yeah, and I think that's the way it's showing me you doing the work. Exactly. That you the type of person that can be like, yo, my girl is mad. To me, and even if it's the dumbest thing in the world to you, if that upset that person, say sorry. And that's even on my end. Like, if I'm dating somebody and I'm just honestly like, yo, you really getting mad about nonsense. But if you want me to say sorry, well, I'm not going to say if you want me, because that's also just going to be like, but you know what? I apologize if that hurt you or upset you. That's something else that shows you're putting in the work.
I used to be that girl. Like, I don't know what you tripping about, but that's when I wasn't shit. See, I'm growing up because I used to be terrible. But I used to be that girl like what? Okay, he texted me and what? You getting mad for nothing? Like,
I'm not promoting Coco's behavior.
That's all me. It is how I'm growing up. I'm growing up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just that type of shit or whatever. It's like you ain't ready yet. You need.
That's when we know you need to put in work. I think what the key thing, honestly, too, though, and I know I get it. It's not all about men. Is that they really need to like learn how to communicate. I think that's one of the biggest barriers in dating and marriage and relationship life. Is that they really lack communication to me.
Yes.
And then that goes, like I said, it goes with every single thing. Like a lot of arguments.
Talk to me like you talk to your homeboys.
Exactly. A lot of arguments and stuff could definitely be prevented if we all knew, in general, like how to communicate with each other.
Exactly.
Everything would be like 100% perfect, but men don't like to communicate. Yeah, like talk to me about what's going on at home, what's going on at work.
But I put that on women too, though, because sometimes we don't make it easy for them to talk to us. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not always, you know, the easiest to talk to, because sometimes, like, if a nigga telling us something that if it has like to do with one female that we don't know, then it's like, okay, I know, you know, your dog just died, but you said the bitch did what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay. You know, so, and guys have, you know, old experiences where shit went left, you know what I'm saying? So with the new girl, they probably just like, you know what, I don't even want to tell you what happened because it's, you know, probably got something to do with another female or my ex or whatever. And it's like, they don't really want to open up about it because I don't got time for the attitude. I ain't got time for the neck roll and all the questions. Like, you're not going to hear me because you heard it had to do something with somebody else, and now you don't hear nothing else but that bitch.
Exactly. Especially when it's a female too. It don't even have to be that she thinks you're doing something with that female. It could be that because we're female, we'd be like, well, I'll go there, go curse her out. If you can't do it, I can do it. Like, it's not about that. It's about
it ain't you. I don't trust her.
Yeah, and it's also like I'm just telling you that I'm dealing with something with this another female, and I just need you to listen. And you're really acting a little psychopath.
Yeah,
which we do usually do. I do think like sometimes females don't. Like I said, we kind of try to play off this. Oh, I don't want to entertain toxic masculinity, but we entertain it by when a guy comes to us and try to like tell us something. If it's something like so minuscule, we'll look at him like, are you a man or not?
But see, even with that, I think we gotta find like, I guess like a healthy balance with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I love masculine men. Like I love when a man is a man. Like I just love it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like, but even with that, like you have to show a little vulnerability. You have to, it's okay to be emotional sometimes. It's okay it's okay to cry, nigga. It's okay to hug me. It's okay to be affectionate. It's okay for that to happen. I still look at you like the man. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I think guys kind of, they be scared. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh, if I do this, she ain't gonna look at me like the man no more. You know what I'm saying? Or a man anymore. She's gonna look at me like, oh, I'm just this bitch ass nigga. And it's like, no, that's not it, boo. Like, I still think you're a man, but shit, if something hurt, cry. If you have to cry, nigga, get that shit out. And then, go like fix a tire or some shit. But
so how do you know was a healthy balance and an unhealthy balance of being, like you said, you want a balance. You want masculine and still can, express yourself. When is it becoming too much? If he cry like once a week, well, obviously crying once a week is a bit excessive for men and women. Once a week to your partner.
I cried.
Why are you? What are you like? It depends. Like, what are you crying for? Like, it depends on what you're crying about. Is it because of something he did?
Made me feel bad. I cried
once a week. No, you don't.
More than
to your partner.
Oh, not to my nigga, nah. Just like, like in general. Like, I cried when I seen The Lion King the other day. I was fucking crying.
Okay, see,
like,
you cried like that. A movie.
Oh, yeah, no. But just like crying to my nigga about stuff, no. Like, I mean.
Like you just start crying because I had an argument, or you crying because.
But see, I cry when people yell at me though. See, that's the thing too. Like
I can get like that too. Like if the argument gets too out of control,
but
I feel like
and people think I'm pussy, and it's like, no, I'm trying not to beat your ass.
Exactly, and it's like I can't do nothing.
So I'm like, I hate that about me. I hate that about me because it's either I cry or I really put hands on you, my nigga. Like you pick. You know what I'm saying? But no, I think a healthy balance with guys though is like, still being masculine, still, being that protector, provider, or whatever, but still being able to, show emotion and show like I have feelings too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's okay for you to have feelings. It's okay to be like, hey, that hurt my feelings. Like, don't do that shit no more. That hurt my feelings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And they need to say those words to hurt my feelings.
Yeah, like, for real.
That, what you did really hurt me. Like,
that or it got to me. Or you don't gotta say it like that, but it's like, or that got to me. Like, I don't like that shit you did. You know what I'm saying? Then it's up to me to like, oh shit, okay, my bad, babe. Like, let me correct it. You know what I'm saying? Let me get my shit together. But yeah, it's okay for that. But I think with guys, like, even if we do something they don't like, they just like bottle it up. They don't say shit about it. Because they don't want to look soft. And it's like, no, tell me, nigga, so I won't do it no more.
And then finally, when they do, like, tell you
all the shit you've done from fucking 6 months ago, I'm like,
and then that's when they be dirty, be flipping over tables. And now I'm really looking at you like you're crazy. You think I'm looking at you crazy if you cry to me or if you tell me something hurt your feelings? You think I'm looking at you crazy? Oh, honey, when you start doing, tell me about shit, I'm gonna be like,
all these niggas like, what niggas? Like, the nigga from 3 months ago, like, what? I don't even know.
Let you do that. Like, you better off just telling me from the beginning what I did wrong or whatever's going on in your life. Because once you start doing all that knocking over, so you know how guys, when they start, because they build up everything, they start acting like a nutcase.
Yeah.
Like, let me just leave it out like the whole. Okay. Like, whatever. All right, now you look.
So before we even get to that, like if something happened, immediately tell me. And it can be personal. It can be shit like if it's your job or if it's your family, anything. Like tell me. Be open to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to bottle shit up. That doesn't make you a man. Like being able to express what's wrong with you and fix it. That's manly shit. Like, I don't look at you like you pussy just because you like, man, my mama get on my nerves and shit. Like, no. It just depends. It's just levels to the shit. Like, I mean, I don't really know what I would consider like feminine when it comes to like expressing feelings.
And honestly, too, like if a guy is too expressive, I don't think he's feminine. But see, that's wrong. I was gonna say I think he's a little much, like a little nutty. I think I'm like that way. Like if he was like, you know, like I've never dated a guy like that, but I've no guys like that. Like like maybe with school, like they'll just be like, I'm just done, like just crying. I just be thinking that they little off they rock.
Now that is like, cause it's like, I don't know. It just depends on the person, because it's like if you just overly like. If you just like you said, like crying and shit about like everything, it's like, all right, nigga, it wasn't that deep though. Like,
and they don't even be that they be gay, they just be wild.
Yeah,
like they just be
like, you know what? I'ma just go ahead and leave. Like
I'ma just walk away.
I don't have time.
My mother told me don't trust somebody that cry if you meet somebody and they cry in the first 3 months of meeting them. She always say that's not a person. You think that's accurate? It depends. If you do some crazy shit,
like somebody died or something,
yeah, then that's,
you know what I'm saying. Then yeah, or you know,
just like,
but what the fuck you crying for?
Spilling their heart on the floor, like, and they just 3 months. If I meet somebody in 3 months and they tell me something personal and they before 3 months and they start crying, I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't think they're a little off their rocker, but she told me it's usually
no. Because I mean, you can be talking about a situation and just start crying. You know what I'm saying? So. But it just depends on what it is. It's like
It depends. It depends, and it depends on how they have been acting prior to the
exactly. It all depends. It's all like situational, I guess.
Yeah, it's very, 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 very situational, especially like with men and even. Actually, this topic go for like both sides, like just friends, people, work, like not just men. It just be everybody.
Women too. Like some women are like that too, though. Like they don't like to express what's going on, and then they just like, you know, lose it, or they just start crying, or you know, they take it out on other people. You know what I'm saying? They want to fight all the time. Like, bitch, I don't even know shit.
Or even too, like in a relationship, women love to step out of it rather than. Let me not say all women, like men too. They like to you know, like step out rather than approach the situation on hand, or maybe they would never approach it. Like I remember one time I didn't like something somebody was doing too. Like remember, I didn't like the way they like ate me out or anything, and I never said nothing about it. And I just rather go date and look for somebody else than rather have a discussion. Those type of things are fixable. Yeah. But I mean, all that stuff comes with age. Yeah. You know, like it's like I'm not gonna have a conversation with him about this because he's this age. You should know how to do that. You so quick to instead of having, and that's all, like I said, like communication. Like rather than talk to him and fix it.
Especially when it comes to sex, though, because it's like they could be. I remember I was fucking this one guy, and he was so used to fucking like older ladies or whatever, because like he used to be married to like this like 40-something-year-old and shit, and so but he was only like 27 or whatever, and so you know what I'm saying, and so. So when we were fucking, like, he was just fucking me all slow. Like, his dick was nice, but he was just fucking me all slow, and it was just boring as fuck. I'm like a little young woman. I'm like 23, 24, so I'm like, I'm trying to get fucked. So my nigga, what's up? Like, you not, like, what's up? Fuck all this making love shit. This shit cute, but fuck me, what's up? And so I had to really tell him that, and after that, he was lit.
Yeah, it's all about communication too. But some females don't really like to communicate stuff like that. Like, like I said, they feel like it's gonna hurt their pride, or they'll just be rather than talk about it, they'll just walk out or find somebody new. Especially when you're younger, they just be like, why don't he know how to do that? Already 20 something, moving on.
No, bitch, because he probably used to doing it a different way. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what the bitch before you liked. You know what I'm saying? So no, you gotta tell him. I give a nigga a couple chances. You know what I'm saying? The first time, if it wasn't all that, I'm like, if the like dick is good enough, like big enough, I guess. If that's not the issue, if it was just like your motion and the shit that you was doing, then I'll tell you like, hey, look, you can, you know, improve on this. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You can pull my hair, smell my, like whatever. Don't be scared. I'm not. You ain't gonna break me. Like, don't be scared. You know what I'm saying? And so, but if you keep on fucking up, then it's like, okay, I'm next. I'm straight.
Moving on. Yeah. I mean, I get it. So I feel like ultimately the top thing is And it always is that communication.
Always communication.
Yo, it's always communication.
Always.
Y'all gonna see out the season. Communication is key.
Yes. Number one.
People suck with communication. You know what I think it is? People love the truth. Well, we all know this. We hear the saying all the time. People love the truth, but once they get it, they can't handle it.
That's true.
I hope that in the future, like, we all just genuinely improve with that, with communication.
I don't think so.
You don't think it'll ever be as fixable?
No, because like even like I say that because I'm a very like truthful person. Like when it comes to, but it's like I'm honest with like a little asterisk behind it because I'm very honest, but I'm also gonna lie to protect you. Like if I like you, I'm not gonna tell you the whole truth all the time. Like that's just what it is.
In anything, in any topic, you mean?
It just depends. Okay, so like I think most people get like caught up on shit that they know. Like if I did something and I know it sounds stupid, I'm not even gonna tell you. Like if I was out and okay, let's say I got a boyfriend or whatever, and I'm out and I was at the studio or whatever recording. If I was recording a podcast, right, and I was recording with like some guys or whatever, and you know we ended up staying at the studio just talking shit. This actually happened to me like the last time I recorded. Like we literally I stayed at the studio like for hours, like maybe like 3 hours past when I was done recording, just talking to these niggas, and they was just cool niggas or whatever, just talking. Mm-hmm. If my boyfriend would have called me and asked me like, damn, what's up you so long I was at the studio, I'm not telling him that.
Okay, little white lies, and that's
little white lies.
And sometimes,
because I don't have time.
See how it goes.
Shit.
Sometimes you just gotta prevent an argument.
Yeah.
If you really genuine, she didn't do that. What she did was have a conversation with her. There was no sex involved, no kissing, no
nothing, no flirting. Like it was literally like I'm talking to these like we're my niggas, you know. But it's like if you would have like it just depends on how you ask the question. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like if you were like, well, who was all at the studio? I'm not gonna lie. I guess probably it depends on how
you can, because it might catch up with you. They hear the episode. Exactly. You saw somebody.
Like, you heard it was mad niggas in there. Like, what you?
She did an episode with these 3 guys. It was very funny. You'd be like, she did an episode with who?
Exactly. Yeah. So it just depends or whatever. But just off the surface, like, damn, it took you so long. Like, oh, I was just shopping up in the studio, whatever. Yeah. Like, whatever. I'm not gonna say like, yeah, with these niggas or whatever. No.
Right.
No, you don't need all that. Mind your business. Nigga, mind your business.
Yo, it is really that. Like, sometimes everybody can't really handle the truth.
Yeah.
Like, one day we all need to really. I think some people can handle the truth. No, some people you really tell them how you feel and they'll end your career for the rest of their life.
See, but
over some shit you wanted to know.
Sometimes it's necessary though. Sometimes you gotta hit people like, all right, you want the truth, nigga? Here, boom. Okay, so now what? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's just necessary. Because sometimes it's like people they claim they want the truth. I'm that person. I always want to know the truth. And like even this last situation, like I like this guy or whatever, and I was like, you know, what's up? And he was like, all right, look, I just got a relationship. We kind of in the middle of some shit. You know what I'm saying? We broke up, but we ain't really broke up. You know, that type of shit or whatever. Right. And I was like, thank you for telling me that. Because now I don't like you no more. But it's like, if you would have just said like, oh yeah, I'm single, I'm mingling or whatever, I would have started liking you for real. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden you back with your ex and I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So the fact that he was honest, it gave me the choice to be like, okay, I respect it. I ain't gonna fuck with you. Because I know how I am. And if we fuck 3 times, and I like you, and the dick is good, then you my boyfriend, whether you know it or not.
You really want to know?
So yes.
Yeah, you do it. Like how you proclaim it, or you just like?
No, it's just like I mean, it just depends. Like I'm not gonna say you my boyfriend, but in my mind you my nigga. Like
right, I get what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? Like you my nigga. Like I'm not like. So I don't want to hear about you with no bitch, no nothing. Because in my mind. You're my nigga. Yeah, like me and you, we're trying to build and we're trying to build. Exactly,
I get that. I get that. If you like, nah.
Yeah, like we fucking
consistently,
like no. Nigga.
And then you bring up another female. It's like
no. Like what you mean? Like
nah, that is wild, disrespectful.
You know what I'm saying? So no. So I'm one of the like I like for a nigga to be upfront and honest about those type of situations.
Right.
And give me the choice to be like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck with you or not. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, hey.
Need that honesty.
He went astray, but the episode was excellent. Like, we talked about mad good topics that I just needed to vent on. I don't know, Coco also needs to vent on. Yes. We went from head to head. Like, we talked about toxic masculinity, a topic that I definitely want to delve into later on too as well. And yes, it was so much fun having Coco on the episode.
Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. And y'all definitely should go check out her podcast. Like, one day before work, I go to work really, really early in the morning, like before the store open. Mm-hmm. So I just like listen to podcasts. And I'm just in there laughing. And I'm just listening. And I'm like, what? It's like it keeps you captivated. Not every podcast can really keep you like extremely tuned in through the end. No, I'm serious. Because like I'll listen, but sometimes I don't finish out through the end. And I was just like listening. And then people are like,
that's what I was saying about yours too, though, because I was like, first of all, I like that you can like watch it or whatever, because like it's cool. But when I be like doing my hair or just doing something, whatever, I like to watch. I like to watch and listen. You know what I'm saying? So like that was cool. And then I'm like, oh, I like people that's like real and that's be talking about real stuff or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, she cool. So yeah, thank you so much for having me.
No problem. Definitely go check out the podcast. Like I said, I will link it in the description box below. I'll link all her handles. Go.
By the time I see this, though, I'm probably gonna change it back to, because I changed it to Kickin It with Coco when I moved to LA. But me and my sister, we gonna start doing it again. So it's going back to Coco and Connie podcast. So by the time I see this, it's gonna be back to Coco and Connie podcast.
All right. Well, I'll definitely link it. I'm definitely gonna be keeping in touch with her, and you let me know, so I'll make sure I put the right handle.
Thank you.
No problem. See you guys next